It is the first weekend of September, and take a quick look at the front garden. So, with our watermelon, we had 3 plantings. This one, the one in the middle, and the one at the end. Each watermelon planting had 3 watermelons so far, and we harvested the 3 from over there, and one of the 3 from there, and they've been delicious. These 3 here are a little bit, because I think they get shade in the evening, they're not as ripe as the others, which is perfectly fine. The plants actually look a lot healthier. If you can kind of see even from here, the ones over there next to the watermelons look kind of yellowish, and over here they still look healthy and green. And these watermelons, these vines, actually are kicking out more watermelons. There's one there, and then one there. 2 more fruits starting to form, and most likely, I'm not sure exactly how long they take to form up to get this big and ripe, but we'll see. It's the beginning of September. We've got at least another month traditionally before frost, and last year we didn't have real frost until the end of October, so we should be in pretty good position here, so we'll see. Anyway, like I said, this plant is looking good. The butternut is still very productive, very prolific. I just counted, there was 16 good size fruit full, and more little flowers on the way. You can see there's a bee right there. Going down to that flower, and there's little fruit over there. There's still some that are green. You can see a lot of them that are yellow, that butternut color, but some green one here and a small green one there, and potentially more. So yeah, I think 16 to 18 so far, so we could get more than 20 if things keep going the way they are, which is fantastic. This watermelon, like I said, you can see the vines are kind of yellowish and the leaves are kind of crunchy. And that watermelon, you can see, definitely has a yellow tinge to it, and that means it's ready. And so, like I said, there was 3 in each one. We took the 3rd one from here, so now we got 2 left, and they're about the same size. That one, I forgot to point out, this one over here is stinking huge. Most all of them have been about this size here, about somewhere between a volleyball and a basketball. And this little guy is much smaller, but that guy is just ginormous. And the one that I picked last night over here was about the same size as these, and it was about 10 pounds. So that's about, we didn't weigh the others, but that's what I would expect. Then we can see still flowers and stuff from our pumpkin. Our pumpkin is completely still dominating. You can see dozens and dozens of flowers in there. I counted 10 pumpkins this morning. And there could be a green one in there that I missed, but they're pretty easy to see now that they're starting to get orange on them. They're starting to turn mostly orange. You can see here, got that beautiful orange color. The green's starting to fade away. We are having a lot of this mildewy stuff. It's cooling down a bit. So might need to decrease the watering, and that's the problem with the spray watering that we have here. Just using the irrigation for the yard, is that it sprays all the leaves, and all the leaves, there's obviously many leaves here, so that can cause some problems. So we'll have to look into that, because we definitely don't want to lose over a tremendous watermelon crop, or pumpkin. Sorry. So anyway, you can see here's one just starting to turn, and there's one back there that's still green, just getting some few streaks of orange, versus one that's most all orange. Yeah, it's just amazing and awesome. And you can see the vine all the way up over there, taking off over there, the vine over there, going up over there, going up over there, just phenomenal. And this was our watermelon vines plant here. You can see that there's just 2 seeds, 2 vines there. That was it. 2 vines produced 3 good 8 to 10 pound watermelons. And we took both of those out. They were totally ready, totally perfect, and now we can actually pull this vine out and just clean this bed out and be ready for next time, whatever we put in next. And our corn, I think looks like we harvested it. Wasn't sure if we had or not, but yeah, I pulled that off there. Didn't have a whole very productive yield at all on this. Most of the stuff of these little runt ears, not really formed and stuff, but because there wasn't a very large population here. We only had about a dozen or so corn plants that came up. As you can see, the ones in the back did, the ones in the front didn't come up that great, and so because of that we didn't get a lot of good pollination and stuff. But anyway, and our tremendously beautiful sunflower is still going, and it's amazing. I just can't get over this thing. When the bees are out, you should see it there just working this thing like nobody's business, because there's probably 20-30 flowers right now, and they have lots and lots of pollen on them. And you can see that the big one with the head there and the big fat one with the head here, those are all swelling up, and that was going to do it, and those ones are getting close, and those ones are getting close. You can tell when they lose their petals, they're starting to mature up. But there's another one, and it's just weird how they have all this stuff packed in there. There's 3 of them all in one spot, because the heads, you can see, come from the same point. It's just crazy. Yeah, it's just so awesome. I'm so excited. And you can see a couple here that are just starting to put their leaves out. They're just starting to open up right there, and you can see like 3 different stages, and it's very cool. Very, very beautiful. Definitely gonna plant a bunch of these again. And you can see here these bees sitting there not doing anything. I don't know what's wrong with them, if they're dead or what. They just sit there. I've noticed that on lots of them. Around the peripheral, around the perimeter, they just sit there all day. And I don't know what's going on, but anyway, so yes, it's dozens of, and here's another one of those three clusters, pods. It's just, and there's 2 more flowers here. It's just amazing. And there's a flower at every single junction. It's just fantastic. I'm so happy. And this one looks all weird. It looks like it's a double-headed flower, because there's a flower on this side, and then a flower, it looks like it's on that side. It's probably got twisted around. But just amazing. So anyway, fantastic sunflower plant. We harvested 4 watermelons this week, and then our pumpkins are still looking strong. The plants are looking like we got some problems, so I'm going to need to hopefully look into that so that they can survive. And we've got more butternut keeps going. This watermelon plant here decides it's going to keep going. You can see there the smaller one and the even smaller one here. And as long as it's going to go, I'll be happy to let it ride. So anyway, this is the front garden. Thanks for watching.